Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Lakers LeBron James predicted to sign $162 million contract. The Los Angeles Lakers are willing to give LeBron James any contract structure he seeks in a new deal. This is according to The Athletic's Jovan Buha and Shams Charania. LeBron James returning to the Los Angeles Lakers isn't necessarily a lock, although he can still get the most money from LA, Bleacher Report's Greg Swartz wrote on June 20. Outside of pushing for a trade to a contender, re-signing with the Lakers or joining the Philadelphia 76ers are his only real options. James will decline his player option and sign a new 3-year, $162 million deal, the most he can get given the over 38 rule. By opting out instead of extending off his player option, he gives up about $2.3 million in total money yet gets to negotiate a no-trade clause into the deal. A no-trade clause would be a rare caveat for the NBA, though not for James. He is one of just 10 players in league history to receive such a stipulation in his contract. The clause has also proven detrimental in recent instances. Phoenix Suns guard Bradley Beal was deemed to have the most toxic contract in the league. His clause came with a 5-year, $251 million contract. He also kept the clause after his trade to Phoenix from the Washington Wizards. But it could be a moot point. The Lakers don't really have any other option here, Swartz wrote. Expect James to re-sign on one last max deal. James got his no-trade clause in 2016 with the Cleveland Cavaliers. The difference was he was 31 years old going into his age 32 season. He is 39 years old and will turn 40 in December. That means the Lakers would potentially be locked in with James through his age 42 season. The contract would be the largest in his career, ESPN's Bobby Marks wrote. A 3-year max salary for a 39-year-old would normally be deemed as a toxic contract, but James just played his most games since 2017-18 and continues to defy father time, shooting a career-high 41.6% on three-pointers. James could also go the short-term route and sign a 2-year, $104 million contract. The second year would be a player option, allowing James to once again become a free agent next offseason. James averaged 25.7 points, 8.3 assists, and 7.3 rebounds last season. He is the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth oldest player to post those marks in a single season among qualifiers, per StatHead. It would also come as the Lakers prioritized Anthony Davis's voice in hiring J.J. Redick as head coach according to The Athletic. The timing of Redick's hire is notable, as he will join Los Angeles's roster planning ahead of the NBA draft on June 26 to 27, the first day the Lakers can trade their 3 tradable picks, 2024, 29, and 31. It also puts a leader in place ahead of James' looming free agency. The 39-year-old superstar must decide whether to exercise his $51.4 million player option for the 2024-25 season by June 29, Buha and Charania wrote on June 20. James' decision, and how the Lakers reshape their roster around him and Davis, will determine Los Angeles's direction next season. 5 takeaways from Lakers hiring J.J. Redick. It's just the first step. J.J. Redick will be the new head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. That's both expected yet still surprising. Redick's name popped up as a potential candidate from the moment Darvin Ham was fired, and, in speculative circles, even before Ham was fired. He's been the clear frontrunner through most of the process, except for a dalliance with Dan Hurley of UConn. Still, it's surprising because the Lakers have gone with a completely inexperienced coach at a transitional time for the franchise, trying to win now in the final years of LeBron James' career while building something sustainable for a post-LeBron world. The Lakers made a high-risk, high-reward hire. Here are 5 takeaways from the move. It doesn't matter if Redick is good as a head coach or not if Lakers GM Rob Pelinka doesn't upgrade the roster this offseason. LeBron James, not so coincidentally Redick's podcast partner, and Anthony Davis remain the anchors. Redick told the Lakers during the interview process he wants to increase Davis's role, reports The Athletic. Redick described a system molded around this roster, focusing on elevating Anthony Davis's involvement, particularly late in games, and alleviating the constant ball-handling duties on James by utilizing him more off the ball. Keeping James, who turns 40 in December, fresh down the stretch of the regular season and into the playoffs will be critical. That means finding another high-level ball handler and shot creator on the trade market. Trae Young is a name that has come up as a potential trade target, and within a couple hours of Redick being hired, Young posted this on X, formerly Twitter. The Lakers need more than stars. Look at the last two NBA champions, Boston and Denver, and it's clear how important it is to have quality role players who fit well around the stars. In addition to another ball handler, Pelinka needs to upgrade the talent on the wings. Having a healthy Jared Vanderbilt will help. Redick needs to do his part, putting players in better positions and developing players like Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, and Max Christie to take the next steps in their careers. Rajon Rondo is a candidate to join J.J. Redick's Lakers coaching staff. There may be a new Kentucky Wildcats trio in the NBA. The Los Angeles Lakers, who have been in search of a head coach over the last several weeks and struck out on UConn standout Dan Hurley, having to new deal with ESPN's J.J. Redick. One of the best shooters in NBA history, Redick should make a good fit, but the jury still seems out on the first-time head coach. That said, Redick is reportedly interested in Rajon Rondo, who spent between 2004 and 2006 with the Wildcats. Rondo had multiple stints with the Lakers, so he likely knows the management pretty well. He was with them from 2018 to 20 and then again in 2021 to 22. He won a championship with them in 2020. Rondo announced his retirement from basketball on April 2, 2024, and he could have his eyes set on coaching. Shams Charania is the first to break the news. Assistant coaching candidates for Redick's staff will include former head coach and recent Trailblazers assistant Scott Brooks, former Lakers guard Rajon Rondo, ex-Laker and current Dallas Mavericks assistant Jared Dudley and Castle, according to league sources. Rondo is one of the best floor generals in the history of the NBA. The argument is at least there, as he dished out 11-plus assists in 4 seasons throughout his illustrious career. He was best known for his time with the Boston Celtics. That said, Rondo doesn't have any coaching experience, but on that note, neither does Redick. They've both been around the game so much over the last decade that the inexperience could be the least of the worries for Los Angeles. Rondo's relationship with superstar center Anthony Davis, who is among the leaders on the Lakers roster, could aid his decision. Rondo spent time with Davis while the two were in New Orleans during the 2017 to 2018 season and then again with the Lakers. Los Angeles also has former Wildcats forward Jared Vanderbilt, who was limited to just 29 games this past season due to injury but is under contract for 3 more years. For now, there's no news on where Rondo's head is at and if he has any interest in this opportunity. However, there doesn't appear to be much reason that he'd be hard-pressed not to look into the premier position. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Rajon Rondo? Leave your opinion in the comments.